Hello everyone and welcome back to us with Campus Channel. We're joined today by ESCP Europe, the Master of International Tourism and Hospitality Management. We're coming to you live. It's 12:30 in the afternoon here, and we're going to get you some answers to your questions so you can make up your own mind. We're ready to put them through their paces. Here we go. We're joined today by Olga Pellegrin, who's the Director of the Executive Education and Specialized Masters on the Madrid campus at ESCP Europe. We're going to give you 2 minutes to discuss the program and give us some context. It's called The Speech.
Thank you, Tony. Basically, the incredible growth that the industry, hospitality and tourism industry, is experimented in last years has opened a wide range of opportunities for students that want to develop their careers in this incredible world that goes from hotels, casinos, cruise lines, convention centers, etc. This Master in Hospitality and Tourism Management is an incredible partnership between ESCP Europe, which is one of the top-tier business schools in the world, with campuses in 5 major European cities, and one of the leading schools in hotel management in the world, that is Cornell University Hotel of Business Administration. I have to tell that we offer an incredible intercultural opportunity for those students that want to join us. First of all, they are going to attend a master where they are going to have an international faculty delivering courses from all different perspectives and points of view. Students are going to have the opportunity to approach different pedagogical views, but also to share their knowledge and their expertise with the students coming from all over the world. Not only this is important, but also the fact, and in order to reinforce this intercultural and this, would say, cultural chromatism, is reinforced by the fact that students are going to visit Cornell University and they are going to attend courses with the students there. So basically we are looking and we are searching for students that are intellectually ambitious, motivated, that really dream to be international managers in this industry, that really want to face the challenges of this world. So if you are a student of this kind, come and join us.
All right, thank you very much. You know the rules now. It's our turn to ask you the questions. It's the face-to-face.
Dernier manche. 15.
Remember, this is a live session. It's a unique opportunity to talk to this amazing program in international hospitality management. Don't miss out. All right, let's go to the first question. Will you read it for us?
Yes, probably because of the...
Will you read the question? Quite surprising.
Quite surprising when you have a look to the program. There is almost nothing about the hospitality and tourism industry. Well, probably this is information that is in the web, but nothing to do with the real thing. As I've told you, what we have done is try to get together the importance of a school like ESCP that is really leading in the world in the MBA activity, together with Cornell, because what we want to put together is not an operational master. We want to do a very strategic master that will give you the opportunity to get to management positions. But I can tell you that from the beginning, as I've told you before, that we developed this case study about a restaurant, the restaurant that I dreamt, to the end, we are going to be facing case study, hotel cases, exercises. We are going to have experts from that world. I would say that 80% of the contents of the master are concentrated on the not only hospitality but also tourism industry. Is that something that is in fact?
Now, how did they get expertise in the tourism industry? Can you give us some specific examples?
Well, I think that probably because of the fact that we have a master that is based on five main milestones. We have been trying to cover not only the academic part but also this professional approach. During the first 6 months, from September to March, students are having class courses where they are going to face all the different areas necessary to be a hospitality and tourism manager. But in parallel with this, we are going to have 20% of activities that we call professional development activities, where students are going to attend lectures and conferences delivered by marketing directors, HR directors, operation directors coming from leading hospitality and tourism establishment. At the same time, they are going to receive coaching and professional advice in order to run their careers. There is a second part of the program that is especially interesting for students. During 3 months, from April to June, we are going to ask students to develop what we call ICP, International Consultancy Project. This means they are going to be acting as internal consultants for a real company, and they will have the opportunity to really acquire this business readiness like real professionals. So they are going to be solving problems of a real company, and will have the opportunity to come back to us and present the results like if we were the customers. Not only this, I mean, when they finish this period, they are going to go to Cornell in June and July. They are going to acquire a specific specialization in the hospitality and tourism activity, and they are going to be able to acquire a certificate of this prestigious school in different areas like finance for hotels, advanced operations, real estate, and the cutting edge area, which is revenue management. Okay, ending by an internship in a company. So I would say that they are going to have the opportunity.
There's quite a few examples there. Obviously, for people who don't know, Cornell is one of the highest regarded hospitality programs in the world. Let's go to the next question.
How do you view the economic position of the tourist market, please? Well, I must say that in general terms, economy nowadays all over the world is not spending the best time, but I would say that especially because of some recent surveys that I have been reading, probably because of the appearance of big markets, like for example the Chinese market, these industries really, as I told at the beginning of the interview, experimenting an incredible growth in coming years. It's very important to say, because of some conference that I have been attending, some of them given by Deloitte, that for example in coming years the need of experimented professional in this industry in the Chinese and Indian market is going to be dramatic. So I think now we are talking about a real, interesting industry for students that want to specialize in this specific area.
Does your program offer anything that's specific to the Chinese and Indian markets as a program option or an elective?
We don't have an elective right now, but I can tell you that our students, they have the opportunity to make this 4 months internship any part in the world. So that we offer them the opportunity, our network of partner universities, to be able to develop their careers all over the world.
Now, are we talking about the Chinese who are traveling to visit other countries, or are we also talking about people going to visit China exactly?
Both ways. I mean, probably we are going to receive, especially in Europe, definitely we are going to receive thousands of people coming from abroad, especially from these big markets. But at the same time, there's going to be an incredible growth in China of this industry in terms of hotels, casinos, convention centers. The problem is that they have the money, they have the assets, but they don't have professionals able to put in place all that activity. So the suggestion, especially for this kind of people prepared and really skilled on these areas, to be able to go to these markets and offer their professionalism in order to be hired by these big firms.
So we're saying that the economic near future is a tremendous opportunity for the students who are going to be coming out of this program. Let's go to the next question.
Hello, I'm interested in working in airlines, especially in the marketing field.
Yes.
Would this master be appropriate? Have you already students, graduates working in the area? Thank you very much. Of course, this is a very interesting area because especially in the airlines, more and more they are really hiring people with a wide knowledge not only of the operational contents but also of the general management content. So I have to say that this year we have got some offers from airlines that wanted to hire our students. Right now, our students are doing their ICPs, they are not doing their internships, but probably some of them are going to offer their services to this company. So why not? Of course, you can be professional of an airline and be really well prepared if you join our program.
Now, speaking particularly to marketing and for airlines, these internships that people have, would they be able to have different options in the department of a company that they're going to be joining for the internship? Or is it something that's kind of fixed?
Yes, let me tell you something, because it's important the way that we face professional career of students. You know that in the school we try really to make a very individual approach to each student. We know that industry is really wide, and we know that each students that come to the school will really to be treated as individual in order to grasp, to be able to reflect on what are the interests. So what we offer students during this first semester is a really coaching a support in order to know exactly what are their interests, what is the way they want to face the professional market, what is the part of the globe they want to develop their careers. And once we do this activity, we really discover what is the interest of the student. The second part of the professional advice is to give them the opportunity to put them in contact with all the companies we have partnerships with in order to make them conscious of the different opportunities. Once this has happened, it's the student himself or herself that does the effort to approach the company with our help. But it's a real, as you can see, a real professional approach, not just a student's approach. So at the end of the day, what we obtained is a real, internship with a real professional development. And it's the student and the company that arrange the contents of the internship they are going to develop, but they are really professional internships.
So it would be possible to have an internship in the marketing department potentially after everything is there.
Of course.
Can you name a couple of the airlines that?
Yes, for example, Air France and also Iberia have been in contact with us in order to.
Those are good. Those are two very international airlines.
They are spending a big crisis because of the new situation of the airlines, but I say that they have. I mean, they are references on the market.
A lot of merging going on within the airline industry as well. So
yes,
there's going to be some.
But I think all these big actors are going to survive, and I think probably they have to change completely their views and the strategy. But probably because through mergers, acquisitions, and different strategies, they are going to, and they are really big. They are references. Yeah.
That's true. Let's keep going.
Are your students really able to compete with people graduated famous hospitality schools? They have a competitive advantage, have inside knowledge of the industry? Oh, of course we do. As I was trying to explain at the beginning of the interview, this partnership with Cornell is a real partnership, Some of the contents have been supervised by them, and we have inside the program not only faculty coming from ESCP, but also faculty coming from Cornell and faculty coming from other hospitality and tourism schools. So I can tell you that, of course, when you go, our experience is that when our students go to companies and they say they have a diploma from Cornell, a diploma from ESCP, I can tell you that they are really, really impressed. Because you are talking of one of the most important MBA schools in the world, which is ESCP, together with one of the leading schools in the world in the hospitality sector. And I can tell you a bit more, I think that's important. Up to now, all the students coming from some hospitality and tourism schools, they have, I would say, a more operational view. What we offer in our master is really what I would say a progress. I would say this program is going to foster their skills because they are not going to be more operational but strategic. I mean, they are going to become real managers.
But how? And we'll talk a little bit more about the program itself. But how competitive is the name ESCP for international students? Is ESCP well known in the United States, in Asian markets? Is it?
I would say, yeah. I mean, probably you know that we have the largest, the biggest and the largest number of alumni association in the world. Okay, ESCP Europe is the school, the business school, with the biggest number of alumni in the world. So I can tell you that any country of the world that you go, you are going to find an important number of professionals working there that have been graduated in ESCP.
How active is the network in terms of helping people find
Oh, really
jobs?
very.